A thunderous explosion shakes Tehran's night, leaving a tense city asking if this was a tragic mishap or the first drumbeat of war. Ominous black smoke towers over Iran as American forces quietly close in, turning every plume in the sky into a potential sign of war. Blasts, raging fires, and sudden tremors rock Iran as the region holds its breath, fearing these shocks are the prelude to a much bigger conflict. Thick, dark smoke billowed high over Parand on Tehran's outskirts after startled locals heard a powerful explosion rip through the night and rushed out to see the sky change. State media insisted the towering black plume was only reed beds burning along the Raudshire riverbank, describing it as a routine brush fire that suddenly got out of hand. Officials in Parand explained that the blaze started in bone-dry, highly flammable vegetation by the river, where a single spark can quickly turn into a wall of raging flames. The head of Parand's fire department said these reed fires are a frequent problem, usually caused by human negligence or hunters carelessly setting the brittle plants alight. Authorities said firefighters were deployed within minutes of the first calls, launching full extinguishing operations as crews fought to stop the flames spreading further. Parand's mayor later announced that the blaze was largely under control, but added that teams remained on site, working carefully to fully douse hotspots and prevent any reignition. Officials highlighted that Parand houses important military sites and a power plant, yet stressed that this fire erupted far away from those facilities and posed no direct threat to them. They emphasized there was no evidence of sabotage or any strike on strategic infrastructure, framing the incident as a local fire rather than part of a wider hostile operation. Earlier, in the city of Shahriar, depots believed to store ammunition and fuel reportedly exploded, adding another unsettling blast to a growing series of incidents across Iran. The true scale of that Shahriar blast remains unconfirmed, with no official figures yet released on casualties or damage, leaving many questions hanging in the air. These events form part of a troubling pattern, as Iran has repeatedly seen blasts and mysterious fires in recent weeks, keeping the public on edge and fueling speculation. On February 16th, a fresh scare hit Tabriz when a fire erupted at the Nick Gas liquefied gas depot, sending flames and fear rising over the industrial site. Just days earlier on February 10th, another incident struck when a fire broke out in the cooling tower of a plant on Sadakan Street, drawing emergency crews into action. Before that, reports emerged of a fire at military barracks in the capital, Tehran, raising fresh concerns about safety lapses and the vulnerability of key security sites. On February 3rd, a huge warehouse fire tore through around 2,000 square meters in West Tehran, as firefighters rushed in to battle the inferno and stop it from spreading. In the southern port city of Bandar Abbas, a major explosion claimed multiple lives, deepening public anxiety as it unfolded against the backdrop of tense relations with the U.S. All of this is happening as reports say Iran was shaken by 99 earthquakes in just 2 weeks in January, leaving a nation feeling physically rattled and politically uneasy. The blasts ripped through Iran just as U.S.-Iran tensions were peaking, with 2 rounds of nuclear talks ending without a breakthrough and both sides hardening their red lines. Even while diplomats talked, Washington surged carrier strike groups, warships, bombers, and missile assets into the region around Iran. Sources quoted by Axios warned that if the U.S. does strike Iran, it would likely be a massive, sustained operation lasting weeks, not a one-night raid, with Israel expected to join in. One Trump advisor told Axios there was a 90% chance of U.S. kinetic action against Iran within weeks, saying the president is running out of patience and edging closer to giving the order. Amid this buildup, Iran's supreme leader issued a stark warning to Washington, vowing that any attack would trigger powerful retaliation and that American forces and bases in the region would not be safe.
به نظرشون میرسه که مرتباً میگه رئیس جمهور آمریکا که ارتش ما قوی‌ترین ارتش دنیاست. قوی‌ترین ارتش دنیا ممکنه اونچنان گاهی سیلی بخوره که از جا نتوانه بلنش. میگن ما ناو فرستادیم طرف ایران. خیلی خوب. ناو البته یک دستگاه خطرناکی است، اما خطرناکتر از ناو اون سلاحی است که میتوانه این ناو رو به قعر دریا. این حرفایی هم که رئیس جمهور آمریکا میزنه که من رو اشاره خواهم کرد، گاهی تهدید میکنه، گاهی میگه باید فلان کار بشه، فلان کار نشه. این معناش این است که اینا در پی تسلط بر ملت ایرانن. ملت ایران درس‌های اسلامی و شیعی خودش رو خوب بلده، میدانه که چه کار کنه. امام حسین علیه السلام فرمود مثلی لا یبایع یزید، کسی مثل من با کسی مثل یزید بیعت نمیکنه. ملت ایران در واقع میگن مثل ما، ملتی با این فرهنگ، با این سابقه، با این معارف عالی به سردمدارانی مثل افراد فاسدی که امروز بر سر کارند در آمریکا بیعت نخواهد کرد. درباره انرژی هسته‌ای شما با هم مذاکره کنیم و نتیجه مذاکره بشود این که شما این انرژی رو نداشته باشید. اگر مذاکره باید انجام بگیره واقعا جای مذاکره نیست. اگر بنا شد مذاکره انجام بگیره، تعیین نتیجه مذاکره از قبل یه کار غلط و ابلهانه است. خب تو میگی بیا با هم حرف بزنیم درباره فلان موضوع به توافق برسیم. چرا نتیجه رو معین میکنه؟ باید حتما به این توافق برسیم. و این ابلهانه است. این کار ابلهانه رو دارن انجام میدن رؤسای آمریکا و بعضی از سناتورها و رئیس جمهور و دیگران و دیگران.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.